I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here with Dr. Joanna. You actually have a new job. We've been talking about research and innovation a lot at National Highways and also at Highways UK where we are today. But new job, Director of Engineering, that's really important with all the knowledge base that you've taken from research to then get it in a practical sense moving onto the job sites, isn't it? Tell me a little bit about it.
As Director of Engineering, my teams provide that technical leadership across the organisation in terms of assuring, providing advice into our schemes in how to interpret our standards and deliver that service, at the end day. What's really important is that we make sure that our standards and our requirements are up to date and are taking in, the latest advances in technologies. So that research and innovation is really important, that we can regularly update what we do and what we write.
And of course, when you're looking at the engineering piece, it's all about using the new tools, like using the 3D modeling, but also using the technologies like drones, like where we are sat today with surveying equipment and things like that, and actually delivering the new projects in a different way, isn't it? That you can help that roadmap.
Definitely. So one good example of this is our Structures Moonshot project, where we've got around 5,000 structures that we call priority risk structures. Fundamentally, they are bridges, for example, where we cannot see sort of hidden elements. So there'll be like steel wires in the concrete of the bridge. The only way to inspect it is, visual, or to knock off a bit of the structure to have a look at it. We have to close lanes to do that. It really can impact our customer service. My teams are working with supply chain, academia, infrastructure providers and technology providers to test a range of different technologies that can kind of see inside these concrete beams without us having to destroy them at all.
Yeah, so we've seen how you can use ground penetrating radar to look at stuff and how you can then use other technologies as well from a visualization perspective. But the other key critical thing in this engineering role as such is actually how you look after the existing assets and how you utilize information gathered on their lifespan to actually create the new and therefore the better and long lasting.
Yeah, so I think we have a really good history in terms of looking after our assets. We've got some really good management processes. Our current standards and requirements set out really clear ways of inspecting and maintaining and renewing those assets. But all of that learning then feeds into what do we do with the kind of the new schemes that we've got. Again, in terms of the standards we have, in our first road investment period, we updated all of our design manual for roads and bridges, and we continue to maintain those documents, and alongside the kind of brand new manual of documents for highway contract works, known as, I know, I always have to get it right, but known as the MCHW. So we've just launched the refresh of that. As people sort of move through and can apply that in their contracts again, they're taking advantage of new ways of doing things, some of the kind of refresh we've done, making it clearer, and also then taking some of the stuff that was in the old version into the design documentation.
And so when we're looking at this and new ways of working, a lot of the discussion also here at Highways UK has been on AI and the quality of data capture. So data, good goes in, good comes out, bad goes in, bad comes out, but then the use of AI to detect things. I've been talking about mobile mapping today and that sort of high resolution imagery. These sort of things are important when we've got a finite resource of people and and budgets.
Absolutely, and I think, so back with my old research hat on, we did some great research looking at the use of AI to detect cracks on structures. So from images, we're now starting to look at how can we use AI in terms of our sort of inspections and the opportunities around that. There's also stuff to do with things like large language models and how can we use those with our standards documents, across the whole life cycle of the work. So lots of different opportunities, and like you say, you're right, what goes into it, we need to make sure that we're training it with the right sort of quality of data, that we understand what the answer needs to be at the end. So, and I think there's opportunities in terms of that technical advice and assurance that we provide, that AI could do some of the sort of heavy lifting for us, but what's really important that we need that technical specialist, the human aspect and the human specialist to kind of review what the AI comes out with and really assure that end product.
Absolutely, and we've got all the experts and things like that around. I think, that collection of data all the way through that process, and then looking at the data that you already have and the existing information, and looking at how that can be interpreted for future projects and for other things like that. So,
I mean, we have lots of management systems. So, for whether it's our structures data or our pavement road data, etc. And again, there's opportunities to sort of analyse that. I know University of Southampton, for example, is using a lot of our geotechnical data from our system. So, and again, just with the sort of research hat on, being able to provide that data to universities, again, can help sort of, move on the standards of research, the help solve those challenges, and then also then deliver, better outcomes.
And of course, when you're getting younger people into the industry as well through that, looking at that data, then we can have a whole different vision from that, as you have had to do in your new job change, Joanna. So from research to innovation to engineering, Joanna is still right there where we needed to be, sharing information of a vital importance for national highways and any road projects and structures that we've got in the UK in general. Great to see you again. Cheers.
Brilliant. Thanks, Peter.